Adam Hawk here with Ryan Engle, and we are both wearing baseball caps today. He's wearing a Dodgers hat, I'm wearing a Mariners hat, and I can tell you right now that if we had a Howie's Market hat, we would both be wearing those.
Should we start making those?
We should.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we love Howie's Market, the family-owned boutique grocery store up in San Gabriel, California, part of the 626, the San Gabriel Valley. They are just the best, aren't they, Ryan?
I mean, it doesn't get more authentic, more real, more classic, and more good than Howie's Market.
In fact, I think Howie's Market is changing their slogan to
More good?
Howie's Market, more
good.
I think that's good.
Sure.
That spot was more good.
We're the goodest sponsored podcast of Howie's Market.
Of all time.
Sure.
All right, now that's a spot right there. The Seattle Mariners ruined my Sunday night, and they ruined a great podcast bit that I wanted to do today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fellowship. My name is Adam Hawk.
And I'm Ryan Engle.
And my Seattle Mariners have not yet punched their ticket to the World Series. He is Ryan Engle, and his Los Angeles Dodgers are simply waiting for the next team that they are going to sweep. It is lunchtime in Southern California, Monday, October 20th. I am time-stamping this episode because there is a very, very, very high probability that you will be listening to this either during or after Game 7 tonight. So I will either be the happiest guy in the world or one of the most crushed guys in the world. We don't know.
You already look a little crushed to me. I think you're anticipating a loss.
I'm actually not, and I'm trying to sit up straighter.
Maybe.
This is, without a doubt, tonight,
This is the story of a girl.
the biggest game in franchise history for the Seattle Mariners, regardless of how it goes. It's been a heck of a ride.
Have you guys ever made the World Series before?
Never made the World Series.
Oh, man, that sucks. What if you don't make it again?
It will really be disappointing.
It would be, wouldn't it?
But the reason it will be very disappointing is because I so badly want to play the Los Angeles Dodgers while living in Southern California. I think that would be so cool. I was telling you before we got on the air that I wear my Seattle Mariners hat quite a bit these days because we're in the playoffs, and I go to school pickup and school drop-off. You don't have a lighter for your cigar? For those not watching on YouTube,
I can hear.
Engle has failed to light his cigar. He ran out of butane fuel on the table lighter. Premium butane fuel, so he's going to get that. But I so desperately want the Mariners to make the World Series, not necessarily because I think they have a shot of winning, not because I want them to get there for the first time in franchise history. I just want to be in Southern California, Dodger land, with the Mariners in the World Series against the Dodgers.
Sure.
I do.
Do you love it?
I've been going to school pickup and school drop-off wearing my hat. I've been walking around town with the hat on. I've been gaffing football with the hat on. Nobody says anything because I don't think Dodger fans care about anything else going on that isn't the Dodgers.
Well, why would they?
Right. Why would they? They're waiting. They're waiting for an opponent. I just don't even think they know which two opponents they might have.
We're just chilling in a nice mid-century ballpark with palm trees and blue skies, just waiting for you gray-skied weirdos to come on down south and, entertain us for 4 games.
And I want to be that gray-skied weirdo walking around town in Southern California.
Don't you, though?
Yes, and I don't even think the Dodgers will know that the Mariners were in the playoffs if the Mariners don't win Game 7 tonight and get to the World Series. So that would be really cool. Anyway, I know this is a golf podcast. I know this is a life podcast. I know we're talking a lot of baseball, but it's really hard not to talk baseball right now. Ryan's team is in the World Series. My team is one game away. They ruined my Sunday night last night, but I was driving into work today, very despondent, because when your team is making this kind of run, all that you can think about is your team. And I was thinking about how bad yesterday went and how much I think we are going to lose tonight. And then, what do you know? I get into work. I haven't been here in a week. There's a care package waiting on my desk.
Was it already opened?
Yes, because you opened it.
Yeah, no, I wanted to see what was going on in there. And I thought about playing a little prank on you, but you know what? I've turned a new leaf, and I just kept it on your little station ready for you.
I don't know if you've turned a new leaf because I complimented how nice and caring and patient you have been ever since getting down the mountain from your men's ministry retreat. And last night after the Mariners lost Game 6, you texted the group Slack, which has our creative director Thomas Wrighton on it and our digital advertising director Will the Thrill Schwartz on it. And this was sometime after the Mariner game, and you just wrote, "Who won the Mariners game tonight?"
I generally didn't know.
Generally didn't know, or
Yeah.
genuinely didn't know? Because
Genuinely.
I'm going to ask right now, do you want to continue lying?
Yes.
In front of God and country?
Yeah, because I'm a Dodger fan. We don't care to pay attention or follow or know what the hell's going on. So I was like, hey, anyone catch the game tonight? Who won? Just,
So I get into work. I see a package on the desk. Yes, it was opened because you open every package that comes in here. Typically, it's for you, so I don't blame you. But this one was for me. I opened the package. I hadn't been to this office in a week, so who knows how long this sat on my desk. But I open it up. I get this great shirt. If you're watching on YouTube, it's a Seattle Mariners October baseball shirt.
That's a rare shirt.
One of two shirts that was in the package. The other shirt is a quote from our catcher, Cal Raleigh, who, after winning the division, said into a live microphone on TV, might as well go win the whole effing thing.
Yep.
Great shirt. And then the box said fragile on it. T-shirts aren't fragile, so there's got to be something in the box that was fragile,
Yeah.
as they say in France. And speaking of France,
And we're not talking about your fragile fandom.
here is my fandom is Teflon Steel. I've been a fan of this horrible team for a long time. This is a gold bottle of champagne that was in the care package. It's a gold bottle of champagne with the Seattle skyline, Mount Rainier, and the Seattle Mariners logo on it.
Isn't that technically sparkling wine because champagne's from France?
You are correct. This is American carbonated wine, but I'm going to call it champagne.
Yeah, see. I think the Dodgers, they actually use champagne, don't they?
What's interesting is that this bottle of champagne, or
Sparkling wine.
sparkling wine, which is gold, says on the back that the wine is called Blanc de Blanc. And I'm going to assume, with the limited amount of Spanish I know, and I know that that's not Spanish, but it's close enough.
That means that's your fan base, white on white.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You beat me to the joke.
Yeah.
White of white.
That's it, the white of white. It's a white ball club.
It's a white fan base.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the ball club is diverse. The fan base, pasty, white weirdos.
Yeah, when they panned
that's
to the
me.
crowd during those Mariners games, which I missed last night.
No,
That's
you
why I
didn't.
was genuinely asking.
Generally asking. They should have a viewer discretion flash on the screen before they pan to us Seattle weirdos.
Yeah, be prepared.
Yeah. Hard to look at, but what's not hard to look at is this gold bottle of champagne. This was sent to me by Ryan Herron. Shout out Ryan Herron. He's Ryan Can't Golf on Instagram. He's a frequent Nation Desert Classic player and just one of the greatest guys. I believe he lives in Oregon.
He's got a great Instagram handle.
Yes, a true one as well. He made...
So you have a number of things in common with him.
Yeah. Well, mine would be Adam, don't golf. We'll get to that in a moment.
Sure.
But coming into work pretty despondent and then seeing a bottle of champagne that might have been sitting there for upwards of a week that he sent to me after he went to the stadium for Game 5 of the ALDS is quite apropos timing, because I could have got this a day or 2 or 3 or 4 ago, but instead I find a gold bottle of champagne on my desk the morning of the very first Game 7 to be played in Seattle Mariners history. The question I have for you is, do you think I will be opening this tonight?
No, I think it's a bad omen. I think since that got delivered, I think you guys lost 2 games in a row. Hate to see it be 3.
Well, we won Game 5, but I
Whatever,
understand
you know
your
what I'm
point.
saying. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
yeah.
I do.
Sure.
Let's not let the truth get in the way of a good joke.
Yeah.
But this
Well,
is
you just did.
we're talking about the Mariners.
Yeah.
I got to correct
Oh,
it.
yeah. My fandom.
Yes.
Teflon steel.
Well,
That's a callback, folks.
we've got the bottle now. I'm excited, and I hope to be opening it tonight. And that's all I got to say about that.
Hey, does Shakey's have TV screens?
Great question. I don't know.
Oh.
But if Shakey's did have a TV screen, they'd be playing reruns of the Dodgers.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if the Mariners get in there, maybe I come up to, East Riverside,
Okay.
West Riverside,
Right.
and do a little Shakey's and Dodgers. That'd be fun.
That would be really fun. We should do that. I would be down to do that. Shout out Ryan
Because
Herron.
I'd invite you down here, but then it'd be like, 35 miles and
Ryan Herron, that is one of the greatest
2014
care packages
Corolla.
ever sent, and I'm hoping to open up that bottle of champagne. Zach Grogan. Do you know Zach Grogan?
long hair, don't care.
Right. It's not that you don't care about Zach. It's just the saying for when you have
No,
long
I'm
hair.
saying that's what we say when you have long hair, don't care.
Grogan texted after the last podcast, "Hey, I had a thought that you two are the perfect personifications of your baseball teams. Engle, like the Dodgers, is an established SoCal institution whose home is styled classic mid-century and while being a little loud and rough around the edges, exudes a cool swagger, always with a schmag in hand."
Love to hear it. That was right on the nose.
Meanwhile, Hawk
Oh, here we go.
Meanwhile, Hawk personifies the Mariners as the lovable underdog. A little weird, always a cause for anxiety, just slightly out of the spotlight to the big city teams, but when it's time to shine, has the drive and heart to have everyone rooting for them.
That's one of the nicest, spot-on descriptions of an analogy in life and baseball I think I've ever heard.
It was really nice. I told Zach that I loved it so much I would read it on the podcast. He found a very clever way to call you a SoCal institution and a very nice way to call me a weirdo.
Would you say in comparison to those two explanations that I won that?
Well, you were called a SoCal institution.
I think I won.
And I was called weird and anxious.
Just winning family time once again.
Speaking of family time,
Because baseball's family time.
yes. Not the kind of family time my family has enjoyed.
Well, of course not, because you're the,
Weird,
what Zach
anxious
said.
guy. Yeah. How was your weekend, speaking of family time?
Great.
Right.
Sure. Played in the old Half Wars Cousin Club's Young Bowski tournament
Now-
on Saturday.
Let me correct you. It's half set wars.
Whatever.
And that is not a reference to Cousin Club's scrotum.
Right.
Because he is down to just
He sent me a
half a set of balls.
message late Saturday night because I invited him to meet us at Texas Roadhouse post-golf. But he declined. He had family things to do, but he's like, thanks so much. Nice for you to come, yada, yada, yada. Appreciate you being there and fun day. And I just wrote back, we had a ball. No pun intended. Thought that was pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah.
When I used to finish a round of golf without losing a ball, playing an entire round with just one ball, I would
You've
call
done
it
that? No, you haven't.
a couple times.
Really?
Yeah.
The
Really?
Lord's always watching, Adam.
Yes, he is. And I don't cheat on golf.
You just make your wife go to the laundromat.
We'll get there as well. Lots of precursors.
Wow.
But I refer to that type of round when you only play with one ball as the Lance Armstrong round. And I have now amended that to the Cousin Clubs round.
Love it.
Did you have a good time at the half set wars at the General Old Golf Course in Riverside?
We had a ball.
Great.
No, we did. Mr. Monson was my playing partner. It was a 2-man, 8-club scramble. A lot of fun. We kind of clogged up the course a little bit. We let these two locals go by, and Mr. Clubs accidentally hit up on them, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, it was fun. Kind of a very loose, vibey, unsanctiony kind of feel. It felt more like a golf meetup than a golf tournament, so I loved it. Just like anything, I always soak up the vibes now on the golf course, but especially when you're getting away with it. And what I mean by that is your boy over here, Mr. Southern California Institution, doesn't get to play golf much on the weekends unless it's some type of special event. So to kind of get a hall pass, go out there with Rye and schmag it up, we made a little pit stop at a liquor store on our way into the course, and we got 2 Negro Modelo micheladas with picante spice added for a little roadie on the way to the parking lot. And we were sitting by the cooler of this old liquor store because when we were driving in, I was just like, we should stop and get something for the day, you know? And I was like, I'm not stopping at a gas station. I'm not stopping at Circle K. We have to find an actual liquor store because, as you guys know, for the viewers at home, there is a difference between a liquor store and a Circle K.
Big time.
You're talking about like fast food and a nice restaurant. That's the way I kind of correlate those two.
Sure. But what a gas station has that a liquor store doesn't have, hot coffee.
That's true. But you're not there for hot coffee. You're there for the vices. And we sat by the cooler and tried to make our best decision. And we ended up with these plastic bottles of pre-mixed margaritas. That was great because it's like, oh, you go to the fountain drink, get a little cup of ice with a splash of Sprite, and now you're drinking Baja Margs, dude. You love that.
Yeah.
But what Rye did, and, God bless his heart, there's just certain things that Mr. Monson is just way cooler than we could ever be about, and he picked up the tab, which was nice of him because I drove, and I was like, thank you, and so we had 2 tall cans, 2 of these, like, this size plastic bottles of margaritas each,
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, let me get a pack of smokes, and he's looking back there, and he's like, I wasn't really paying attention because I was looking at the scars over here, and so we get in the car, and he throws me this pack of smokes, and Camel's still makes these unfiltered soft pack of smokes that they're like these little mini rippers because there's no filter, and the pack looks like someone opened a time capsule from 1975. Like, they haven't changed it. It's been like that. And so we show up with those, and
those are called War Cigs.
Yeah, they were War Cigs. And so it was a really nice touch. Went with the outfit, if you can imagine that. And so we get there and we're setting out the vibe early, because you could cut the golf nerd tension with a knife. These guys were serious golfers, like most golfers are, and it's weird to me.
Is there anything worse than a serious golfer?
A mad serious golfer is the worst. But serious golfer guy can turn into mad serious golfer guy really easy if cool golfer guys aren't there to sprinkle their institution on things, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
And so, anyways, what the General Old is known for, it's their breakfast sandwich. And I was building up the breakfast sandwich on the way there. I was like, Rye, the course is what it is. It's got a lot of charm for what it is. It's definitely a blue-collar course. We've played it together, you and I, Hawk, and we love it. It's got its own thing, and it's in a really cool part of Riverside, actually. I would call it like the more country side of Riverside. And I just said, this is going to be worth going there just for the breakfast sandwich, which is a pretty heavy steak, We get there, and we get it. And we mowed that thing down.
I bet you did.
And Rye was like, this is the best breakfast sandwich. It's what I would imagine In-N-Out would make if they did breakfast sandwiches. And the reason why I say that is so basically sourdough, mayo, slightly toasted. They let that sit while they're cooking the egg. So they're ripping a fried egg. While the egg's cooking, they're getting the bacon ready. And then they go straight burger condiments on it.
Yep.
So fresh, ice cold. Everything was ice cold. Fresh, ice cold wad of iceberg lettuce, which you love to crunch.
Yep.
Thick cut In-N-Out style raw onion. Thick cut In-N-Out style firm tomato.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of pickles, and then that's sitting on the little sandwich maker spot on this little like cold rack. And that's just sitting on the rack. So then when the egg's done, guy brings it over, sets that thing down, puts the bacon on it, spatulas the cold zhuzh on top of that. Then he takes a piece of American cheese and he lays it on the flat top for like 3 seconds and picks it back up, lays that thing over, hands you the sandwich. My God.
My gosh.
Crunch. temperature difference. Hot egg and cheese, cold condiments, the mayo. I'm telling you, General Old Golf Course makes the best breakfast sandwich in the world.
Was it made better by the fact that you were drinking on your way to the golf course while driving?
No. Truth be told, you can ask Katie Kai when she was pregnant with Palmer.
And you were drinking and driving?
Sometimes. Not driving drunk, just drinking and driving.
Big difference.
There's a difference. Yeah, it's called an open container. It's a different ticket. You're not going to go to jail for it.
Sure.
Right? Right. I made her, while she was pregnant, she had two things that she had to have every day, and it was a breakfast sandwich, and I'm known for making a really good breakfast sandwich. And the ironic thing is my breakfast sandwich is very similar to their breakfast sandwich. It's kind of like a BLT with egg.
I would call that coincidental, not ironic, but go on.
Coincidental. I don't believe in coincidence. Just saying. He knows.
Yeah.
But so it's interesting that it is just like that. So I know my breakfast sandwiches. Where I do mine a little different is I add mayo to mine too, but one side of the bread. So one side has the mayo, the other side of the bread where the egg and the bacon hit, I do with a light spread of soft cream cheese, and I sprinkle just a touch of lemon pepper on that bad boy. So I take it back. Mine's the best breakfast sandwich in the world. But for a golf course breakfast sandwich, they're ahead on the leaderboard.
That's very nice. Good to hear. My weekend on Friday, I want to introduce a new term to the podcast. It was a double gold bond day.
Have you gotten the stick yet, or is it just the dust?
Just the dust.
Oh, you got to get the stick.
I know. The dust makes a mess.
The friction stick is where it's at.
How do people put gold bond powder on and, one, defy gravity because you're shooting a bottle of powder up into your undercarriage? How do they put it on without making a giant mess?
It's the hover and dab, because a dab will do you. You penguin walk over the pot, right? So everything that falls is going straight into the water.
Okay.
And, you know, the seat's obviously lifted up. You go full dab on the hand and just rough the passer, dude.
Okay.
And then let that sit for a second.
Yeah.
And then penguin walk away, pull the shit up, and wash the mitts.
Okay.
Dabble do you?
A little dabble do you?
Because the squeeze puff thing, that doesn't work.
No.
And you don't nearly get as much as you need.
Right. Regardless, it was a double gold bond day. I had tennis.
Medicated or original?
Medicated. Has a little bit of menthol.
You know what's
in
nice
it.
about the medicated one? Shout out to Scott Busby. He's actually turned a new leaf, and he's a stand-up comedian now. But he's famously said for years that medicated gold bond is like having 100 pixies blow on your nuts. And boy, does it feel like that.
Sure. So yeah, a little gold bond in the morning for some morning tennis. Loved playing little doubles Friday morning.
What was your family doing while you were playing tennis?
My kids were at school, and my wife was really enjoying the time to herself. Is that all right with you? That my wife gets a little break?
Kids went to Saturday school? Were they in trouble?
This was Friday.
Oh, that's not the weekend.
Friday is the weekend.
No, it's not. Friday night's the weekend.
Well, when you got the day off on Friday, the weekend starts on Friday.
Wow.
Played a little tennis with my man B-Max and a guy named Justin, and then another guy named Darren. And I bring up this guy named Darren because he's got some serious Eric Crane vibes going. You know these guys that are in their early 50s, but they look like they're in their late 30s, and they still have a jawline, and they're built, and they just exude dad energy, where you're just like, oh, you were really good at sports in high school, and you still are really good at sports. You know those guys?
Sure.
Eric Crane is definitely one of them.
Sure.
They get in my head a lot. Give me inferiority complex. You ever get that? When you're around Eric Crane, do you not feel like a little bit lesser of a man?
Nope.
That's good.
I feel fatter,
Yeah. Well, there's that.
but I'm not mad about it or worried.
Sure. Anyway, had a good time playing tennis with those three. And then the Mariners played that night, but I also had the fall carnival, which is the Halloween carnival at my kids' elementary school. Right.
Yeah, those are always fun.
So I had to make a decision. What do I do here? I told my wife, I'll join up with you guys in a little bit. So I stayed home and I watched the first couple innings of the game. This was game 5. And we were losing 2-1 when I left. On my way out to the fall carnival, and I live walking distance from my kids' school, which is fantastic, I decide I got to quickly take 2 shots of whiskey. And when's the last time you had a shot?
I don't know, not too long ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't had a shot in a long time. There hasn't really been an occasion, but I wasn't going to sit there and slowly sip on something. I needed to get the job done quick to make this carnival a little bit more fun. You understand the gameplay here, right?
100%.
So I take 2 shots. I head out the door. I bring my headphones, and I start streaming the Mariners home radio broadcast of the game. And I just told myself I'm going to listen to the game in my headphones while I attend this fall carnival. Well, I start walking towards the school, and there's a gas station on the way, and I think to myself, man, I got to get some gum because I just took 2 shots of whiskey, and I'm going to a kids' event. So I go in to get the gum, and I pick it out, and I get Dentine Ice because I just want the mintiest frickin' thing in the world. I'm normally an Orbit guy, but you're just going for something that's...
You need to pack the power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I go to pay for it, and all of a sudden, the whiskey shots just hit me. And this is why I asked, when's the last time you took a shot? Because those things will get you good real quick, and a little too good. So I just blank out, and she's saying, can you put your PIN number in? And I'm just staring at her with my mouth agape. Sir, can you put your PIN number in? I'm just like, huh? What? Your PIN number for the gum? And I'm just like, I'll just pay in cash because I can't figure what's going on right now. So I got some cash out from the ATM.
You had cash?
I got it from the ATM because we're going to the fall carnival, and I figured I might as well have a little bit of grease on me, a little bit of walking around cake.
John Houck would have called that petty cash.
Petty cash. Yes. Yes. So I ended up completing a transaction in 15 minutes that should have been 15 seconds. Head over to the fall carnival. I'm out of it, find my wife, and luckily I composed myself and then listened to the game as I walked the kids around. And there was a game-tying home run in the 8th, followed by a game-winning grand slam in the 8th. And they're tugging on my shirt, asking me to go here, there, and everywhere. And I'm just locked in to a whole different world.
Well, it's nice to see that you were had the day off and you were so present with your family the whole time.
Well, take it up with the Mariners scheduling department.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a fall carnival every year. The Mariners are in the ALCS once every 24 years. What are you going to do? Saturday, the Sabbath, tried to keep it holy, but I had to go gaff a football game. Game number 8. We won 3-0. We are now 7-0-1. That's 7 wins.
Humble brag.
No losses. 1
And a tie.
Which makes us undefeated because no one has defeated us. And if you want to agree with Engle that we are not undefeated because of that tie, make your argument in the YouTube comments.
It's not necessarily one way or the other. It's just the description's off. You're technically undefeated. Undefeated has no technicality. So,
who do you agree with, folks? Is 7-0-1 undefeated or not? Let us know in the comments. It was a great football game.
let me answer you this. You would have been defeated had you tied this week.
Ah, yes. Mentally.
Right?
Mentally, yes.
Sure.
But not in the standings.
Do you hate it?
What's left to play for this year? 7-0-1 with 2 games left? Well, I'll tell you.
Are you asking yourself a question?
Yes, I am. I can't rely on you. You barely listen.
That was great, dude. That was gold. You just paused to read your next thing, You read a question you wrote out for yourself, and then you asked yourself the question. I love this podcast. It's one of the joys of my life.
Me
I'll tell
too.
you. And it's mostly to do with you. Just want you to know that. Very grateful to sit across from that chaise lounge right there, and you at the helm. That's great. So let's ask that question again, Hawk. Let's take it from the top.
So what's left to play for in a 7-0-1 season with just 2 weeks left? Well, I will tell you. Next week, if we just grind out a tie and get a single point in the standings, we win the division. In week 9, it is a 10-week season, so we can clinch the division a week early, which is awesome because that second-place team that's been on our heels lost this past week.
I was just going to ask that. So now you feel real good because you don't have to clinch it on them.
Exactly.
So you kind of got a little get-out-of-jail-free card.
Well,
what if you lose the next 2?
That is their only path to winning the division. We have to lose the next 2, and they have to win the next 2.
Oh, dude.
And we meet them in week 10.
Oh, dude.
But if we just get a tie this upcoming Saturday, we win the division, so that's one thing we're playing for. The other thing we're playing for is the undefeated season. I'd love to finish at 9-0-1.
Technically the undefeated season.
And the third and final thing we are playing for is we have qualified for the playoffs, of course. And so the week after the regular season, there's a 4-team bracket where you will have to play one game, and if you win, you advance to the championship. So a lot to play for in these final 3 weeks.
Wow.
But we control our own destiny. The path is right in front of us.
Does the league provide trophies, or do you have to pony up for those?
They provide. And I am thinking about a little bit of a speech here. Let me run this by you.
Okay.
I do want to address the girls if they end up winning the division, because I will be giving trophies out after that week 10 game. And I do want to say, girls, your parents and I grew up in a generation where you only got these things if you deserved it, and you guys deserve this. Is it okay for me to harken back to the past and bring up this whole participation trophy thing?
Sure, because you won.
Right.
Winning comes with a lot of advantage. And one of that is, especially nowadays, premature celebrations. But no, you've earned it, so take it. That's what you played for.
The reason I'm asking is because if I give them the line that your parents and I grew up in a generation where you used to have to earn this, and you did, the next time they play soccer, whether it's on my team or not, they're going to get a trophy regardless of how they finish. And they might be thinking in the back of their head, my coach last season said I didn't earn this.
Well, you got to learn them young.
Fair enough.
Sure.
The remainder of the day I spent with the family. We kept the Sabbath holy. We rested. Watched a couple of Flickr pictures. One of them was called Honey Don't. It's a new Ethan Coen vehicle with Aubrey Plaza and some other girl that was in Substance. It was the worst movie that has been made in quite a long time. The worst movie. Do not see the movie Honey Don't.
Was it worse than K-pop Demon Hunters?
That movie rules. And then my wife talked me into watching...
Is a cartoon really a movie? Like, honestly?
Well,
It's movie length, but is it really a movie? Is it really a film?
what is movie short for?
I don't care.
Moving pictures. As long as it's moving on the screen, it's a movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Simpsons, to me, was one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, and it was a cartoon. That writing and voice acting was fantastic. The
Yeah.
storylines were incredible.
Yeah, I'm talking about a movie. Like, I guess technically speaking,
Oh, here we go.
it's a movie.
Yes.
But realistically, do you give it the same cachet or like category as like a real film
Well,
with real acting?
the Academy delineates, and they've got an animated category, so I think you're right. They put it in its own little category.
Yeah, so I think it's in its own box, a little lower on the shelf,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just my thoughts. Your thoughts?
My wife talked me into watching a flicker from 1983 called Terms of Endearment. Have you seen it?
I think so.
Wow. Great cast. John Lithgow, Jeff Daniels, a couple of girls that I don't know, Jack Nicholson. Unbelievable movie.
I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I know I've seen it.
Real tearjerker. I don't want to spoil anything, but this movie has been out for 42 years.
Yeah. You want to see a guy learn how to cry.
Yeah.
Have a kid, come to Christ. and now you're a leaky faucet.
Right.
That was a really nice story.
Yeah, it happened to me. My neighbors hosted a wedding reception across the street. I've never seen a wedding in a neighborhood. So we got to listen to music till 11 o'clock at night.
Nice.
I actually didn't mind it because they're celebrating love. It's not like they were just having a party to have a party. So I kind of stood in the doorway and head bobbed along to some of my favorite songs.
Nice.
Yeah.
They didn't knock on the door and let the neighbors know that they're doing something?
They did not. And what a great point by you.
That's step one.
I have always walked around and let people know if there was going to be a little bit of noise, but we did not get that courtesy, and that's fine.
They could have tried to come over and rolled their ankle on a pothole and turned around and went back.
Very good.
That was pretty funny.
It was.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. Really?
Sunday, Bible study in the morning, then church. When I walked into the house of God, I saw somebody wearing a jersey. Let's take a pause because it wasn't just any jersey. This person was wearing a Seattle Mariners jersey before Game 6. And if you want to talk about walking back on your principles, this guy right here, I went straight up to the man, gave him a handshake, gave him a hug, actually, in the house of God, and we talked about...
So that's why they lost.
Game 6, probably. A little bit of a desecration by that gentleman and myself.
God went, no.
Yeah. Now, the exception is he wasn't wearing a hat. Are we okay with jerseys if it's not a hat? It's not like it was...
I think jerseys are okay, like, on a special occasion. Like, you're meeting for a big game at, like, the pizza joint with all your friends, or you're going to the game. That makes sense to me.
Jerseys in church is what I'm asking about.
Not good.
It's not great, no, but...
I would say that's the worst. Second worst is jerseys to a random bar because you have nothing better to do on your Sunday, and that's just what you do. That's not a special occasion to me. Like, you know, it's like Disney weirdos. You know, like if you're going to Disneyland, yeah, dude, put the ears on. You're going to the game, but you're gonna put the ears on when you go to Olive Garden on a random Saturday night. Let everyone know you're a Disney fan? I don't think so. You know what I mean? So, church, for sure, that's a hell no. You're welcome. And, secondary, just random shit, that's another hell no. What are you in a rap video? Take that fucking thing off.
Wow.
Am I right? End of story.
Well, I will say that the thing that continues to top my list for church takes is something I have a bigger problem with than hats or jerseys in church, and that's a little thing I like to call...
Flip-flops?
No. I'm sure you guys in South OC wear a lot of flip-flops to church, and that's fine. Come as you are. Christian punctuality. We've talked about it.
Oh, I know. Dude.
My church starts at 10:30. You would think it starts at 10:55.
We randomly got there ahead of schedule yesterday, and they have to do this like parking thing because we have 3 services on Sundays, and we go to the first one, and usually they make the first guys park in the back because we usually get there like maybe 10 minutes early, but this time we were like a half an hour early. I don't even know why. We just got out the door quick, and we were like, we might as well just go, you know, because we can check Palmer in, and she has more fun time in the classroom, so it's all good, right? And it's actually nice to get there early because you get to actually like, you know, see some friends or new friends and fellow churchgoers ahead of time. You can have a little conversation before the service, which was actually quite nice because you usually do that after a little bit, but having a little bit of that at the top was good. But what we unlocked is that if you get there before a certain time of early, the guy cards you around and we parked in the front row.
Wow.
With the van, and I was like, this is sick.
Yeah.
Because we have a pretty big congregation, so you can imagine leaving sometimes it's a little bit of a pile up, a little bit of a situation. But we got to go there, experience the joy of being early, and then we also got to get out and dodge real quick when it was time to go.
Yeah, Get out of Dodge, not get out and Dodge.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
But so yeah,
If somebody was offering to park my vehicle in premier parking at the church, the first thing I would say is those that want to be first will be last and last shall be first. And I would have told that parking gentleman, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I'm going to move it to the back and let somebody else have it.
it's a guy holding a glow stick, telling you where to go. What, you're just gonna drive around him? No, you. He's doing his job. I'm going where he tells me.
Do you sit in the same spot in the sanctuary every week?
We sit in generally the same zone. It's not like that's my seat. It's like generally the same zone.
The zone, right. Yeah.
It's like upper left side, couple rows back from the front. Kinda.
Excellent. Yeah. Wonderful. I sit in the same spot.
You would.
Like you, it's a zone. It's the same zone.
Oh, I thought you meant specifically the same spot.
Always happens to
You
be.
seem like a same spot kind of.
It happens to be.
So it happens to be the same spot, and so I'm right again.
Well, it happens to be the same
Sure,
spot. But
sure.
I would settle for the zone.
Do you love it?
I do love it, and the reason I get the same spot is because I get there on time.
Do you sit close to the aisle so you make people like have to awkwardly walk by you?
I sit close to the aisle because my wife...
Mister, I would give up this front parking spot and be like, sir, I'll take the last shall be first. And
My wife is a big aisle person.
oh, so you make people crawl by you.
She does. She's also the type of person that regardless of what seat she's about to take, she does a 2-minute routine of brushing off the seat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. She will lint roll her side of the bed every day just in case the cat might have been over there. Very OCD, clean person.
Nice.
I guess.
Who cares?
We're not allowed to wear shoes in our house. What about you?
I mean, generally that's the rule. It's definitely like a Hawaiian thing. Asian culture too. We don't get too crazy about it, but generally speaking, we take our shoes off.
Now, after
If you're going in and you know you're leaving soon, like we don't really. We have hardwood floors in the downstairs, so it's not that big a deal. But I mean, if you're rocking OG carpet and you're walking around with shoes on, you're a psychopath.
Yeah, no carpet, but still not allowed to have shoes on in the house. What can you do?
You hate it.
What I don't like is when I forget something in the house and I've already put my shoes on, and then I'm not allowed to go get that thing in the back of the house without taking my shoes off.
Oh, you can't
I mean,
ever break the rule.
no, you can, but you're going to get yelled at.
Wow.
And I mean really yelled at. You might get a chancla flying at your face too.
Nice.
Yeah. So after church...
Does Mina throw things at you?
No.
She's not a shoe thrower?
No.
You think she wants to be?
Her move, and I hate it, is she kicks in the butt.
She kicks your butt.
Like, will physically kick me in the butt.
That's awesome. That's so sick.
Yeah, it hurts.
Has she ever mistakenly hit the coin purse from behind?
No.
Because those hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt more than the front shot.
Well, I don't mean to make things super personal. Do you mind if I do?
Sure.
Not that I know, not that I've seen, but aren't you particularly proud of how much yours
Bowl of fruit?
hangs to the ground?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if your legs are squeezed together and you catch it on the right swing and bend over, you could be, you'd have a whole pack of strawberries hanging out the back. Just get kicked right in the Driscolls, dude.
Sure. Nice reference for a strawberry name there. That was great. That was wonderful. After church, my wife went to Alhambra because we still do not have a working washing machine in our house. So she has to drive 40 miles north to do laundry.
Such an idiot, dude.
I would have gone with her. The last 3 times, but the Mariners are playing playoff games on Sunday.
My God, dude.
So what can I do? She got back because she was actually interested in the game. God bless her. And we ordered food last night, and I did a number on Wingstop.
Delivery?
She went out and got it. Saved us the fee. Saved us the fee. Hey, man.
Sounds like Mina had a great weekend. Hey, can you take these kids over here and I'll meet you there later with whiskey and gum on my breath. And hey, I'm gonna play some tennis. I hope you have fun cleaning the house today. And I'm gonna go to church a little early and do this thing. You can bring the kids to church. I don't need to help with that. And then, hey, church is over. Why don't you guys go fucking do your laundry 3 hours away? And when you come back, hey, why don't you go get the food? Sounds like Mina time doesn't exist anymore.
When you put it like that, I almost want to edit that section out of the pod because I look so bad.
That's exactly how your weekend went.
My wife and I had a wonderful weekend together where we watched a couple of movies.
You didn't.
We spent time, and we also went house hunting together, which was great. She loves that stuff. So take it easy, okay?
I can see you're uncomfortable, so I'll lay off the gas.
I do want to give
Only if you tell me I'm right.
Yes, you are right. I'm going to give you credit for 5 consecutive kill shots. That one hurt to listen back to. When's the last time you had Wingstop?
I couldn't tell you, dude.
Have you had it before?
I have. There's one down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I think right when they opened, me and Dex went there.
Dex and me.
Dex and I. And I think they have like a pretty steezy lunch deal or something. And I love wings, but it's like wings are an accessory. And so I don't really find myself thinking let's go to an accessory shop. It's like I'd rather go to the real store and get the accessories also.
Right.
I was hanging, we went on Sunday after the beach, we went over to Matt Smith's house. His son Rip had a birthday party and he ordered some pie. And,
shout out Matt Smith.
Matt Smith's hell of a human being.
I got some Circle K coffee this morning and I sent him a video of it pouring.
Yeah.
He's a big Circle K coffee guy.
Yeah.
So am I.
So Matt and I were sharing a bourbon, catching up, and he actually had a really nice thing to say about us. He was like, you know what? I catch myself every week, there's these things I want to hit you up and talk to you about, but it's like I listen to the podcast and you guys cover the topics that I want to talk to you about, so I feel like I get to talk to you all the time, but we don't actually talk.
Oh,
and I was like,
cool,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk to him. Not that I don't like talking to you, but you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
But we were talking, and he's like, yeah, I ordered all these Domino's for the kids to just eat the shitty pizza, and then I ordered stuffed pizza, and I got all the sides. He got wings, breadsticks. He's like, I just went big because I was like, you love the accessories sometimes.
Sure.
It's almost better than the pizza. The pizza is just the excuse to get shit.
Right.
And then it's like, what else do I get with it?
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny that you call appetizers accessories. They have actually come up with a word for what you're describing. It's called appetizers.
Well, no, I'm using accessories because I used that analogy when we started saying that wings are like an accessory. You know, Adam, here I am. Just absolutely becoming this producer before your eyes, and you just keep trying to just tear me down.
I apologize.
Just punching down on me.
Yeah. I think I just listened to you go on a uninterrupted rant for 45 seconds recounting all the ways that I failed my wife. So you want to talk about someone trying to tear someone down?
Truth hurts, you know.
Anyway, Wingstop, it's good, but it's very expensive.
What isn't expensive?
Yeah. True.
In and out.
True.
In and Out's the last place that's not expensive.
So because I was at the Fall Carnival on Friday and didn't watch the game on Telebox, I didn't have to use my personal fan, which we talked about last week, where I sit in front of a fan that I elevate on an ottoman and just try to cool down. This is why it was a double Gold Bond day on Friday, because I was walking around the Fall Carnival after tennis, listening to the Mariners, sweating.
Was it hot in Riverside this weekend?
It was hot in Fullerton this weekend. I don't know about Riverside. You can look that up if you want. 2 different towns, not even close to each other. I did not have to use the personal fan last night because the Mariners were out of the game quickly. So saved on the electricity at least. But a lot of people were texting me, are you in the top dog chair and is the fan going? And the answer was yes to the first one, no to the second one. Hopefully I need the fan tonight. That would be fantastic.
What's a lot for you, 2 or 3?
A lot what?
Texts?
You think I'm getting 2 or 3 texts during these games? Dude.
No, you might be getting lots of texts, but they're only coming from like 2 or 3 people, right?
Please. I wish. Be less people to get to. It feels like it's my birthday every single night, the amount of text messages I have to return.
Sure.
Well, let's make this quick because we got to get out of here, and I have a couple of things to get to. You're going to Maui tomorrow, and you'll be gone for a week. Are you excited?
Shoots,
brah. Going to spend choke time over there?
Oh, brah.
Yep.
Going to be, you know what the best part about this place we're staying?
That it has a blender and you're going to make homemade pina coladas?
That's one of them.
Okay.
The other part is Duke's Restaurant is on property.
Whoa, that's cool. Are you going with your in-laws too?
Nope. Bunch of families. Basically, minus the Dunlaps, our whole Doheny family brigade is taking the show on the road.
That's awesome.
And what's cool about that, I was talking to Seth, so the Willinghams are going, the Jennings are going, the Monsons are going, and all their kids. And so we're all going as one big family. And Dana and Sammy Shapiro are going to meet us over there from the Big Island. So that's going to be fun too. But we're bringing the show on the road. What's great about that is all the kids are just like what we do at Doho at the beach is the parents get to hang, sit under the chairs, under the umbrellas and do the thing. And the kids aren't like, Daddy, come play with me. They're in their own little deal together, working their social lives out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So they have that. We have this, and walking distance to Duke's. They have a walk-up order bar. So you just... Last year when we went, I went right up to that thing. There's a pool area, and then a little boardwalk, and then the beach, and then Duke's is over here on the side, right on the boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're hanging at the beach one day. This was like the first day last year. And Katie Kai's like, oh, we need the like snorkel masks or the whatever in the room. I was like, I'll go get them, you know. So I walk over and do a nice little round way back around Duke's to get there.
Yep.
And I go right up and I was like, oh, they have a walk up like to go order bar. You don't have to belly up or wait or ask a host waitress or anything. So I walk up, and one guy was in front of me, and the other guy, and he comes up. He's like, what do you have in Boston? They're busy. It's like resort action, you know? And I just threw a nice, crisp bluegill right on the top of the thing, and I was just like, 2 Mai Tais, brother. And I was like, keep it. And he's like tipped him fat, you know? And he like leans over, he's like, thanks, dude. And like, and he's like, what's your name? I was like, Ryan. My wife's from here, but we're here for a week having fun, and I just wanted to break the ice with you. I can't remember the guy's name, but, you know, call him by his first name. We're going to be here all week, so you're going to see me, you know? And, dude, after that,
yeah, I bet.
I could just be walking by, and it'd be like they'd see me, and
yeah,
they're just waiting.
Love that.
Front of the line. See you next time, dude.
That's fantastic.
Always take care of those who take care of you.
Well said. You know what they call it when you go from one beach to another to keep the good vibes going? The endless summer. How about a little credit for the surf reference from your boy there? I hope our South OC listening contingent liked that one. I did want to bring up quickly, I didn't get invited to play in the half set wars.
Yes, you did.
That's a shame. I guess people don't want to play golf with me anymore, but that's okay because I don't play golf anymore.
If you were invited to play on Saturday, would you have gone?
No. But I love Chris, and I was invited twice, but I just wanted to say I wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't played golf since July 24th, 2025, and I'm adopting a new tagline. Your handicap can't go up if you don't play.
That's like a different form of sandbagging. That's like sand harvesting.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bit I wanted to do today that I did not get to do today, I desperately wanted the Mariners to win, so at the time of recording, you and I would know that our teams were going to face off in the World Series. My wife has had to watch a lot of Mariner baseball lately. She wants me to be happy, but she's a Dodger fan, so she says. So I wanted to call her.
Whoa. So she says?
Hold on. I wanted to call her, and I wanted to put her on speakerphone on the podcast, not let her know that we were taping her, ask her to name as many Dodgers as she could. And I would venture to say she was going to get to 2, maybe. And
Is she a big Kike Hernandez guy?
well, she's a girl.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to know who.
All the girls like Kike.
Yeah, I would like to know who she named. Then I was going to ask her to name as many Mariners as she could. Given the amount of games she's had to watch this past month, I'm going to guess that she could name half a dozen. And then I was going to ask her straight up, so who are you rooting for? Sure sounds like you're a Mariner fan. Put her on the spot, see how that went. Let you ask her what it's been like this past 3 weeks to be in the same house as me. It would have been fantastic. But, of course, the Mariners can't do anything right, so they didn't hold up their end of the deal. That bit went out the window. Let us do, in the spirit of the game being in Canada tonight, let us do some shootouts. We might call them shout-outs in America.
Shootout.
We call them shootouts here. Andrew Bogosian, I am mispronouncing his last name. He and his wife Andy and son Cal came by this morning. They were in town for a wedding from Boston area, Northeast.
Boston.
New Hampshire now, I guess. Great to see those people. Great to meet the family. Great to spend some time with AB.
Sure.
We loved it. Shout out to Golf Khakis. Been in the DMs a lot lately, Golf Khakis, because Golf Khakis is from Seattle. So Golf Khakis, Mariner fan. Nice to be talking to Golf Khakis.
He doesn't listen.
Okay, I retract the shout out then. Chuck E. Chap sent me a very nice DM this morning. He enjoyed the story about my dad beating back death and then being around for the birth of his latest grandchild, my brother Aaron's new daughter Frances. Thank you for that very nice message, Chuck. And then shout out to the war man, the man of war, Mark Warman. He is now a 5-time San Clemente City Cup champion. That is played at the San Clemente Municipal Golf Course. Some call it the Pride of the Pacific.
For those that don't know, that city championship is no slouch. That one day a year, they scalp those greens, make it super fast, and there's a lot of great golfers that play in that event. It's a very hard tournament to win, and the fact that he's won it that many times is incredible.
Mark Warman is our good friend. He's our neighbor up at the Golfers Journal. He went to San Clemente High School right down the road from where we are. He's been on the show before, and he has played trumpet for us a number of times, including on our Christmas special and at the Nation Desert Classic. He shot a 63-63 to win the event.
That's fucking incredible.
Insane, right?
People have no idea. Yes, there's a lot of width. You're not going to lose a lot of balls out there, so accuracy isn't as important. Obviously, to score low, you have to be incredibly accurate, but it's just small Poana greens with a lot of break on a lot of short putts, and to string that together, I don't care how good you are, that's incredible golf.
Yep, good for him. Got to make putts.
His flat stick must have been on fire.
Yeah, got to make putts, and I think he made putts because I saw a video of him making 27-foot eagle from just off the green. So good for Mark. Great to shout him out. That's now 2 years in a row we've been able to shout him out for winning, and his 5th overall. YouTube comments. Before I read the YouTube comments, let's get to 2,000 subscribers. How hard is that? We've been stuck on 1,918 for a while.
Suck.
What do you want us to do? Go Bob Does Sports and promote our videos all day, every day on our Instagram stories? Yeah. Make these zany thumbnails? Get drunk and play golf and eat donuts? Can you just go subscribe if you're listening? Get us to that nice round number of 2,000.
Did you see the news this morning that PGA
good,
Tour?
Good's got a tournament.
How? And does Callaway own Good now? Is that where they're getting all their money?
Probably, but here's the thing, is if companies like Honda and Wells Fargo are pulling out of title sponsorship, which they both have, those big companies, and Good is coming in, I don't need to see the books to let you know the tour is in trouble.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to guess that what they sold those naming rights to Good for was not the same deal they were getting from Wells Fargo or Honda.
Right.
So, good for Good.
Bad for golf.
Good for the Jason Nibels of the world who love Dork. Good for people that like to sit in front of YouTube and watch guys in untucked shirts slap it around and scream, "Let's go!" and chest beat.
I'd be more impressed with it if it was Malbon. And the reason is whether he's been fortunate enough to get support and funding to make his brand catapult or not, they started as a brand and they had a brand mission and they created an actual company. It's hard for me to hold the same amount of respect for people who have a personality or a social media following or a YouTube page, and because they got famous from that, they started making merch.
Right.
Those two are different things. And look, I'm not here to dog on anyone's success. I just kind of like, I don't see it in the same light as a lot of these fanboys are seeing it. It's like, to me, it's like, okay, those guys have a brand now, but they weren't a brand. And they're, probably have some really smart money guys behind them where they're making really good decisions and they're networking and they're making this happen. So good for them for that. I just see it, and this is no disrespect to Good. It is what it is. You guys can like it. I don't give a shit. To me, I saw the same thing. I said, PGA Tour is hurting.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I saw from it.
Yeah.
If it was Malbon, it'd be like, whoa, you're stepping up. You're like taking the spot from like a major corporate sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
That's like pretty incredible. And you're an actual brand doing this. You're not just like this thing that's been branded.
Right.
And
I'm going to guess that the PGA Tour is far more interested in the eyeballs Good is going to bring to the tournament than the money that Good.
It's just silly. What's silly about it is this, and to each their own. Don't get me wrong. Pro golf is about the competition, the golfers, the tour, the money race, the status, the what you like obtain, the exempt status, the catapult you climb. It's like the competition, and it's the platform is for these corporate sponsors to come in and capitalize on the eyeballs and this and that. And it's like the relationship with the tour. All that's great. If it was a brand or a company, these are a bunch of guys who wanted to be competitive golfers who aren't good enough to be them, hosting a competitive golf tournament. When are we going to actually look and see that this is all silly?
Sure.
Let's just be honest.
Let's be honest. And by the way, next time you go to a pro golf tournament, one of the funniest things, you pointed this out last time we were at Riviera, is because Good is a brand and Bad Birdie is a brand, you will see guys walking around with hats, and one guy's hat will say good and the other guy's hat will say bad.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny when you just see these guys. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. What a time to be alive. Can you believe we don't talk about golf anymore? I mean, it's so cool.
We just did.
Yeah, that's true. YouTube comments. Bobby Bellin. As a guy born and raised and living in South Detroit, that sounds like the start of a Journey song, I've got to tip my cap to the Mariners. I'm pulling for them the rest of the way. Great story about your dad this past episode. Thanks for putting out the podcast every week. You are welcome, Bobby. Thank you for the comment. Birdman writes in, Adam, congrats on your Mariners beating my beloved Tigers, but we made you work for it. I got no mom's spaghetti that night. You understand the reference?
Sure.
So glad that both of your teams are on a collision course for the World Series. This was written.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, you guys will take in a game together during the podcast. And if the Mariners win, Ryan has to buy a cat. I love that. Jim Sullivan writes in, Dear Gaffer, will you be running up the score on those 2 cakewalks to nail down the tiebreaker, or having the team work to get players who haven't scored a goal their first goal? It might mean a lot to the kids and their parents.
That's cute. He thinks you have that much control over coaching the game.
That's cute that you think I don't. Jim, that's such a good question. And Ryan cut it off, but you also wrote possibly a churchy life lesson in there too. Keep us posted and good luck. We did win this game 3-0. We didn't get those 3 goals until the very end of the game. The team that I dubbed a cupcake was a cupcake earlier this year, but they've certainly gotten better, and I complimented the coach on how much they've improved. I do want to say that it was my intention when the game started and I scripted out the substitutions to get those girls who haven't scored yet a goal, so they played midfield and striker the entire time. So, Jim, you and I are on the same page there.
Did they score?
They did not. But they had the opportunities. I want to spread the fun around as much as I can. We're not looking to run up the score. We own all the tiebreakers. because of how much our team does score and how little goals they do give up and the amount of times they've won. So now it is all about getting as many goals for as many girls as we possibly can. Thank you, Jim, for that wonderful comment. I know what face you're doing. It's from my favorite Donald Trump gif. Yeah, when Hillary was talking and he made those crazy faces. You do it pretty well. Last YouTube comment, Chino Yacht Club. Can't stand the Mariners. Throw me all your Anaheim Angels hate. I'm Anaheim born and raised. But I do agree with Engle that growing up in the Dodger heyday of Fernando Mania and the A's versus the Dodgers World Series, that is hard to beat in Mickey Mouse Town.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Angels definitely turned it around. No one's going to deny that. They won a chip.
2002.
Yeah. Took a Dodger manager to get them there, but they turned it around. You cannot argue that back then it was laughable. Like they were laughable.
It wasn't laughable. Yes, it was very laughable.
Yes. So, yeah, I agree, brother.
Before we get out of here,
sure,
we do want to say that if you haven't been to nationgolf.com in a while, head on over there.
Right.
If you're a repeat customer, use the code LOYAL20, LOYAL20, LOYAL20 at checkout. Apply it at checkout. 20% off your entire order. If you have never bought from us, use the code FELLOWSHIP20, and you'll get 20% off. We want to entice you guys to help us bridge the gap between now and the end of the year. So head on over, 20% off. Use Loyal20 or Fellowship20, depending on your relationship with our online store. Get something for you. Get a head start on holiday shopping, whatever you want to do, but head on over to nationgolf.com. For the final time in the podcast, I am holding up the gold Mariners champagne bottle sent to me by Ryan Herron. I'm wearing my Seattle Mariners hat. The question is, folks, will I be popping the champagne bottle tonight, and will I be wearing this hat on next week's podcast? Only time will tell.
You mean you're not going to wear the hat if they don't make it?
No, it's over.
That's it.
I'm taking hair regrowth drugs right now.
If they don't make it,
I don't want to be wearing a hat.
If they don't make it, who are you going to root for?
The Dodgers.
You will?
100%.
Wow.
That's my wife's team. It's your team. It's Jimmer Smith's team. It's the team of the city that I live adjacently to and lived in for 10 years. And more important than anything, they're not Canadian.
That's true.
Who the heck's rooting for the Blue Jays?
That's true. Joe Carter.
Great American, Joe Carter.
Yeah, well, he's a great Blue Jay, too.
Yes, he was. What a home run he hit.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to The Fellowship. It is now 12:55 post-meridian Pacific Standard Time. The Mariners, at time of recording, have their first pitch in 4 hours, and just saying that out loud spiked my heart rate. God bless. We'll see you in church.
Go Dodgers.